Thank you very much, Mr. Chrysogelos, to invite me and us from Chrysogelos. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and yassas. I stand before you today not only as an organic farmer from the Poitou-Charentes region in France and member of a cooperative of organic production, but also as chairman of the Chrysogelos working party on organic farming. So I will say a few words on Chrysogelos and Chrysogelos. COPA and Chrysogelos represent European farmers and agri-cooperatives, be they conventional, organic or integrated. These organizations speak on behalf of some 25 million farmers and their families, and over 38,000 agricultural cooperatives. Many of their members are organic farmers and agri-cooperative. Chrysogelos represents all certified organic producers in Austria, Denmark and Finland, as well as roughly 65% in Germany and more than 35% in the UK. Chrysogelos represents also their cooperatives in almost all member states. For example, in France it is 100%. Well, concerning organic farming, we have to say that organic farming is first an holistic production system based on managing natural resources in a way which limits the use of both non-renewable resources and resources from a different holding. We do not use chemical and synthetic inputs and prohibits the use of GMOs. In particular, this kind of production advocates prevention rather than cure, as well as favoring the use of mechanical and physical crop production over chemical products. For Chrysogelos, organic farming is a comprehensive production method which cannot simply be summed up as a set of finished products that meet one or several specific characteristics. As say my colleague, organic farming is becoming an increasingly important form of production. Indeed, in the EU's organic surface area has more than doubled since 2001. This increased on average by around 500,000 hectares per year to reach 9.5 million hectares in 2011, and about 5.4 of the total agricultural area. Annual growth in the market for organic products is around 9%, and the market value of organic goods was 21.5 billion in 2011. Consumer demand for organic products has been rising with each year, and European consumers have shown a growing interest in this form of production. Nevertheless, organic production in Europe is not in line with European consumer demand for organic goods. In fact, a large proportion of the organic produce sold in supermarkets is imported. Oh, sorry. Yes. Oh, sorry. Okay. So, In fact, a large proportion of the organic produce sold in supermarket is imported. I said, in some countries, national organic products supply is increasing with a growing production. For example, in France, imports decreased from 38% in 2009 to 25% in 2013. It is therefore essential to continue to develop farmers' abilities to fulfill this demand. Producer organizations, including cooperatives, can play a key role. Allow me to begin by describing the role of organic farming cooperatives in European agriculture as well as their characteristics. I shall firstly analyze how they strengthen organic farmers' position in the food chain, before moving on to discuss their contribution to structuring the sector. Thirdly, I shall comment on how they respond to the specific needs of the organic farming sector. My fourth point will highlight the measures that are needed to promote cooperatives, and I will conclude with a few words about my own experience. Yes. So, about strengthening organic farmers' position in the food chain. Agri-food supply chains are generally characterized by imbalance in the bargaining power of farmers and their upstream and downstream partners, due to enormous differences in the size and economic power of farmers and retailers. The main consequence of this imbalance is the relentless pressure on farm gate prices. In addition, the imbalance power between the different links of the chain may also encourage practices that do not treat buyers and sellers equally. This is the case for conventional agriculture and also for the organic sector. Indeed, major retail chains have large profit margin on organic products. However, the high prices paid for organic goods in these establishments are not necessarily passed on to producers. In fact, the production sector is very fragmented and lacks bargaining power. In the EU, organic arable farms are smaller than conventional holdings, both in economic and physical terms. This is particularly true in countries such as Germany, Austria, and Poland. The number of organic farms increased from some 132,000 to 226,000 between the year 2000 and the year 2011, with a large jump in some member states like Belgium, France, Poland, or Spain. There were also 33,000 organic processors registered in the EU in 2011. The imbalance between organic farmers and their partners are mainly due to differences in their economic power, not necessarily in the number. So, as to increase the influence of and bargaining power of organic farmers within the food chain, it is necessary to further develop economic organization of farmers. Voluntary groups of farmers in the form of agriculture cooperatives and other producer organizations, producer groups, association of producer organizations, etc., etc. Farmers' cooperatives play an important role in granting their members access to a higher share of the added value in the food supply chain across all member states. They create market outlets or give farmers better market access, thus obtaining a better price for their members' produce. This is why the sector must be encouraged to become more concentrated by creating and developing producer organizations, including cooperatives. Well, cooperatives in organic farming is a specific economic model that meets the need of the sector. Organic producer organizations greatly contribute to the sustainable development of organic farming in the EU and help to ensure the long-term viability of production chain. Processing and distribution structures for organic products are still underdeveloped within the EU and are a necessary link between producers and consumers. Due to the great diversity of the organic production among the EU, it is important to create and develop new processes and units to match consumer demands. Creating and developing professional, well-run and competitive processing and distribution structures operated by producers and their cooperatives must therefore be encouraged. Pooling resources has enabled producer organizations to structure production chains with tangible and intangible investments. Cooperatives are also able to marry supply and demand using appropriate tools. By their agronomist advisor network, they can guide producers in their farm management to produce products that would be better marketed. This is the key role of the cooperative, accompanying producers in their project and connecting them with market reality. This can also be challenging since volumes are still limited. In certain countries, several cooperatives work with conventional and organic products alike. This is particularly relevant for cooperatives which are active in processing, distribution, and marketing activities. These activities require significant investments, and in these cases, the organic section can benefit from the existing capacity and facilities of the cooperatives in the conventional section. For example, this is the case of dairies cooperative, big dairies, and meat processing, slaughterhouses, and wine cooperative, and others. This fosters then cooperation between conventional and organic agriculture and supports knowledge transfer within the production chains. In the field of agriculture, organic farming as a front runner has the ability to convey specific know-how to the conventional farming sector, which can help it to further develop its sustainability, particularly on rotation, agronomic techniques, and also zootechnic techniques. Furthermore, in several member states, organic cooperatives are present in several parts of the territory and in particular in remote areas facing market access challenges. They are therefore in a good position to promote production, processing, and distribution, in particular in remote areas, and to establish the necessary conditions to further structure the sector. Cooperatives consist mainly of family farms. This is why they are important for maintaining them and they play a key role in maintaining economic activity in rural areas and in providing local jobs. I have just one illustration about that. In France, for example, there is 2.5 jobs per farm in organic, and in conventional way it's 1.5. So even if it represents 7% of the agricultural jobs, even the organic farming are only 5.5 of the total of the farms. I think it is a point very important that the new CAP should take care. So, third point, what are the measures needed to promote the economic organization of organic farmers? Due to the particularities of the organic farming sector, cooperatives have had to adapt to meet the needs of the sector and have developed their own economic model. Organic farming is a global production model. In general, organic farms almost do not use external inputs or few. They don't live on the margin of on the pesticides. This is why organic farming cooperatives are not usually involved in supplying inputs, and they mainly operate within the first stage of collection and processing, the distribution and the marketing. They help farmers during the production process and provide added value for their products during processing. The role of organic cooperative is also to provide specific technical, agronomic and livestock advice linked to market developments and operators' specifications. This technical support is provided to producers all year round to ensure high quality and quantity production. They also provide technical advice for farmers who have committed to the complex process of conversion from conventional way to organic way. It's a very important step. Indeed, during this process, farmers have to better integrate natural systems and cycles into their production methods and use these to improve soil fertility and protect plants against pests and diseases. Appropriate technical advice is of the utmost importance. Furthermore, the collective mobilization of producers has made it possible to gather the necessary resources to acquire specific tools for organic production, for storage, collection, or processing. Indeed, as previously mentioned, organic farming advocates prevention rather than cure, as well as favoring the use of mechanical and physical production over chemical products. For example, for arable crops farms in particular, the use of chemical products for storage is forbidden, and farmers have to resort to mechanical equipment, which is generally more expensive than chemical products. In addition, organic farmers must also use cleaning systems based on physical means, which can be more expensive than the means used in conventional agriculture. In addition, due to the characteristic of the organic rotation, cooperatives have to manage about 25 different products on their storage. It's not the same job. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, well, organic cooperatives have also developed other way to market as e-commerce, and they also built short distribution channel to market their products. So now, the measure needed to promote economic organization of organic farmers. Under the current reform of EU organic farming legislation, especially the revision of the action plan, measures are needed that can help cooperatives to fulfill their economic role. In particular, it is essential to provide more market information in order to have reliable, comprehensive, up-to-date and transparent data on the different categories of organic products at European level. It is a very important point that we demand to the Commission, is to have very good data, because you can't manage the market if the country do not have very clear data. It is equally important that existing producer organizations and cooperatives are not undermined, and that there is a current approach between sectors for measures to encourage producer organization. Within the organic farming sector, it is of particular importance that existing cooperatives and producers organizations are not undermined. If you permit, just 2 words. And about just one experience. Personally, I'm involved in an organic cooperative. We started it in 1998. We were 18 at the beginning. At the moment, we are 150. And this kind of organization with quite old rules, but good rules, help us to structure our model. And really, it could make some solidarity and also economic efficiency between all the producers of our area. So we often say that cooperatives are the often daughter of the necessity, and as organic farming is an increasing sector, it's a very good tool to accompany it and to help organic farming to structure. In conclusion, I will say within the organic farming market, as in any agriculture market, one of the main issues to be addressed is the imbalance of power in the food chain. In addition, consumer demand for organic products is driving a rapidly expanding market that not yet been sufficiently organized to meet consumer needs. Creating cooperatives can help remediate this situation, and cooperatives play a central role in increasing farmers' influence and negotiating power. They are also important to structure the production chain and can meet the specific needs of the organic farming sector. This is why their role must be taken into account when implementing the new CAP. I could say a lot of things about cooperatives, but I think I talk too much, so thank you very much.